All right, hello. I have good news and bad news, and probably worse news and everything. Work's going fine. Today's my day off. Tomorrow's also my day off. It's Friday right now. Good news is we had a person crash into us a couple months ago, and I mean, it wasn't really that bad of a crash. Our truck got a little dinged up, but on the front bumper, but nothing major. The worst damage was on the other guy's SUV, which totally ripped off his rear bumper. He came into my lane as we were both turning left. It was one of those double left turn lanes, and so the police report finally arrived at his insurance carrier, and had to what's going on here? There's a lot of pumps that are not working. Anyways, so that's good news. Actually, I'll pull up to the next one because I don't want to be a dick like that. Alright, well, this is where I'm going to have to pause and come back. So, I know I'm not supposed to be in my car when fueling, but I know how to ground myself and everything since I'm an aircraft fueler. Anyways, bad news is rent is due, and then we have no money to make rent. Good news is we're supposed to have about almost $300 coming in. Anyways, that got me a lot more fuel than I thought it would. So that's a good thing. That's good news. But again, we're going to be just short because our phone bill got automatically taken out, and that put us behind by about $200. So we gotta make up that money. Don't know how. I don't have enough subscribers really to fund that. I know that if I get a X amount of views on my videos, that GT channel pays out $100 per something, and right now I'm only up to like $3 or something like that. Yeah, it's ridiculous. ridiculous. Now I'm sure there's probably a what is it called? Little Caesars that's closer to my apartment, but there's only one that I know of. And now you use your turn signal. Anyways, the rent is due. The phone bill got taken out. The what else? The insurance on our vehicles are due. The financial company, AL Financial, for our SUV that we just traded in our truck for requires my insurance to be $500 deductible. $500 deductible. Well, I had it on 1,000, and I didn't realize that they required it to be 500. Well, that raised my insurance from $700 every 6 months to $900 every 6 months. So to me, actually, this is almost as bad as Progressive when it came to renew my Progressive. When I had Progressive, Progressive had asked me if I've ever been in an accident, and I said, well, when I was like 7-8 years old, this lady sideswiped my dad while my dad was driving. I was in a passenger seat, and they're like, oh, well, because you've done that, you're now a liability, and you need to pay an extra $200. It's like, I was 7 and I wasn't even driving. She's like, well, you're a liability. That's bullshit. So I swapped around companies a couple times, and this dick behind me has his high beams on, just like that. Has his high beams on. And now I'm going to pull into this lane and try to reposition this without crashing. There we go. Anyways, so just got a shitload of piled up bills, basically, and not enough money to do anything about it. We have borrowed money from my wife's coworkers and friends. I guess I'll try to get some overtime, but it goes by seniority. Yeah, that guy clearly has his high beams on. As he picks his nose. Anyways, I'm just hoping that we'll be able to pull through, maybe make a miracle somehow. My parents are not helping us really anymore. I'm sure if I made our case, they'd probably help us, but I know that they're really, really not happy. A sign twirler there. Oh, she's actually pretty good. See if I can twist this. Oh, she's actually pretty cute. Oh well. Anyways, pause again. I'm really glad that my phone can pause recordings. However, that doesn't really help me when, say, like my wife calls. It still cuts off. Now, the thing with this parking lot, the way it's all set up, you actually have to go into the Taco Bell parking lot in order to go the correct direction. And I'll show you just what I mean by that. That fucking dick. Now, I didn't need to go down this direction, but clearly that person went down the wrong direction. Now, what I needed to do was go down the other direction, but I wanted to prove a point. That's what happens in this parking lot daily. And probably at least an hour on the hour, somebody will do that. Probably even like every 10 minutes somebody will do that. Drive down one direction and then they end up going the wrong direction up the parking lot. Guy has his high beams on. Oh no, this is 40th. I need 48th. And I see a 2015 up there though. Now I'm pretty sure that's not a cop behind me, but gotta watch myself. Anyways, and then there's another bill that I've totally forgotten about that needs to be paid. Need to pay on my Mustang here, this one, about halfway through the month. Now I'm probably gonna have to call my financial companies, and who's been really great so far, but I don't know if they'll help me out by letting me skip a payment maybe. It's just, at this point, my wife has gotten a new job, a second job. I have gotten my job. We're all basically trying to save up our money. Now, at this point, we make enough to make all our payments as we stand right now, but because we couldn't before, that has been the thing. That's why we're back and behind and everything. It's because we just haven't had the money up front to pay for things. Now, another thing I'd like to talk about is Facebook. I used to have Facebook. I don't have Facebook anymore. Reason being, my parents weren't letting me be myself. They were basically controlling everything I said and did, everything I posted. They would scrutinize. So that's what I had to deal with. That's why I took down my Facebook, is because if I can't be myself, then why bother having a page? I may set up a new page. I believe my old page was under an old screen name that I used to use. So if I use my new screen name, it might be nobody would know. Got a lot of Mustangs out tonight. And then I'll just not friend my parents, because they believe that everything I post, their family and friends can see, and just a bunch of BS. The other reason why I don't have Facebook is because Facebook had this controversy where, in a lawsuit, I guess, where they were using users' photos in ads and all that stuff without the user's permission. Well, after that lawsuit and all that stuff, they had a huge change in the terms of service, and I believe they've had to change it again and again and again. But that following year, after I quit Facebook, they changed the policy so that when you sign in and all that stuff, you have to check mark electronically signature the terms of service. And when you did that, now you have basically given up all rights to your pictures. You are basically giving Facebook all control over your pictures and giving them consent to use your pictures without them actually asking you to. So that was another reason why I quit Facebook. But the main reason was because of my parents. Another thing, I just recently got a Twitter. I've had it probably actually about a year or so. I've lost track. The only reason why I got Twitter was because some of the people that I follow on YouTube actually have giveaways. And on those giveaways, what they tell you need to do is like, comment, subscribe, or whatever you like usual. But then they tell you have to you have to like, subscribe, and comment on these other pages. Usually the product that's being sold or given away, and some other guy that's jointly doing this giveaway. Then you have to go to this website that will verify that you have done all this. Then you have to go on, and then also you have to go on Twitter and follow and subscribe and all that stuff to the people on there. And then on top of that, when you get to the webpage that you have to fill all, that verifies all that stuff, you then have to fucking, in order to better your chances, get your friends and family and every other person that you know to sign up to do it as well, just to better your chances. And I thought that was ridiculous, but, you know, I thought maybe I'll just get Twitter just for the hell of it, so that if that ever happens, and I can, you know, throw my name into the ranks. Well, never actually won anything, but what I did do was keep the Twitter and followed family and a few other people that I follow that don't do giveaways like that. One of which is Joanne Tech Lover. When she does a giveaway, she just make one comment on the video, and only one comment. If you make 2 comments, then you're disqualified, stuff like that. Those ones are real good because they're real fair. You only get one chance, and everyone only gets one chance. They don't get to have 50 million emails signed up just so that they can get 50,000,005 and hopefully win one of those. Stuff like that. And so that's my talk about my money issues and Facebook. So hopefully I'll be able to upload this soon. It's been going on, according to this, 23 minutes. So I'll end it at 30. So, see you later.